Hi there. I am really glad to see you.
Yeah, and I am really glad to see you too. I have a question.
Oh, what's your question, Betty?
Well, you said that the holiday Veterans Day was coming up,
I did. Veterans Day is coming up.
and Veterans Day is a holiday to celebrate the veterans, the people who fight sometimes to keep our country safe.
That's true. Yep, they do.
But the question is, why do people have to fight to keep the country safe?
Oh, that's a very good question, Betty. Sometimes grown-ups who are in charge of countries, sometimes they can't get along. And sometimes they can't get along so much that they decide to fight each other. Do you think that's the best idea? Should grown-ups who can't agree with one another fight?
No, I don't think they should fight.
Because what happens when you don't get along with somebody or you can't agree with somebody? Like let me ask you this.
Okay, let's ask me and ask them.
What happens if you're playing with one toy and there's another kid who wants to play with that same toy?
Ah, that is very tricky.
That is very tricky. What do you think? If you're playing with a toy and another kid wants to play with that same toy, what should you do? Should you fight about it? Or should you play with it for a little while and then give it to the other little kid to play with next?
Definitely not to fight. You should play with it for a little bit, and then the other child should play with it next. You should take turns. Yeah.
You should take turns, and sometimes taking turns can be hard. Sometimes you don't want to be done playing with something, but you know it's really somebody else's turn now because it's such a fun toy.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard, but you know that you can play with that toy again.
Exactly. What happens if you want to go to the water fountain first, but your friend wants to go to the water fountain first?
No, you can't both be first. First is only one person.
You can't be first. You're right, first is only one person. So what do? Should you fight about it and get into a war and argue and maybe push or something like that?
No, you should never do that. You should never push. That's not safe. And you should not fight either.
No, you shouldn't. So we shouldn't fight. Should maybe
Maybe what?
maybe your friend can go first today,
Uh-huh. I'm worried about this.
but then you can go first tomorrow.
Oh, taking turns there too. Your friend goes first today and then you go first tomorrow.
Exactly.
So there are no wars, no fighting. Tell the grown-ups, no fighting. But thank you, veterans, for keeping us safe if you have to.
Thank you, veterans, for keeping us safe if you have to. And thank you so much for stopping by, and we will see you soon.
Yeah, we will see you soon. Thank you, veterans. We are so happy to be safe. Bye.
Bye.
That was very good. A very nice message for them because we should not be fighting.
We should not be